Welcome back, everybody, to the Vancouver Canucks franchise mode. We are back with episode 2. We left off at the end of November. We're 14, 11, and 3. Bo Horvat is currently our leading point scorer with 25 points in 28 games. I'm pretty sure we left off just inside the playoffs, is what I meant to say. We've played more games than the 3 teams behind us, and they could definitely catch up. We have not been playing great on our special teams. Let's just go to the stats here. Let's just see something. I said at the end of the last episode that we could be looking for a trade to strengthen maybe the middle 6 or the bottom 6, because we've got a lot of two-way forwards here in Vancouver. Maybe bring in a playmaker, just a guy that could create something in that middle 6 area. Because currently, if I do remember, our plus minus on that line was pretty poor during the very beginning. Like the bottom 6, not bad. I'm actually didn't realize that at the end of the last episode. But as you can see, we're not having much point production from guys outside of that first line area, top power play minutes. So something that I was looking at is possibly moving a player or two, because we want to be ahead of the curve, and as we've seen, our lines do not have much chemistry. Let's just take a look back at the lines for a second. Okay, wait, so we have Howard Chuck up there currently, just because he's pretty good line chem wise. But something that I was looking at was this line here. It's just, these guys have actually started playing fine. Because I had Hoglander up there for, I'm pretty sure, most of the first month and part of this November. Besser's pretty good there. Horvat would probably fit better on that top line. But something that I've been looking at is let's just count the amount of two-way forwards in our forward core currently. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of 12 forwards are two-way guys. No, that's never gonna work. We've just gotta take a look into the trade market, maybe see if a team's willing to trade away. Even if it's a middle 6 guy, that it can probably be a playmaker, maybe a power forward. We've got a lot of guys there, and we got a lot of guys with trade value as well. Maybe a few guys that we probably aren't too fond on holding on to, depending on their position. But let's just take a moment here, and let's just look at what the other teams are offering around currently. So I'm just gonna take a look through right now, just different teams, and I'll be back with you guys once I have a possible trade we can make. Okay, I am back. After doing some scouting around, I checked all the teams' trade blocks first, and I found one, and it was with Buffalo, and it was Eric Stahl. He fits perfectly on our second line, so we do a bit of moving around. We don't have to lose a key forward. And Cole Lind, he's already 22. I get he's young. He has time to grow, but he's a two-way forward. And we already have too many two-ways. You get any two-way guy in the off season. So we are going to look at bringing in Eric Stahl. Even if it says for 1 year, the chances are we'll be able to re-sign him. And currently he's got 12 goals and 9 assists with Buffalo. He's a -4 though, which could entice Buffalo to give him up. It's a bit weird, but we're here. We are also asking for a third along with Eric Stahl. This may seem like a weird trade, but it will generate. Eric Stahl is a great veteran, and he should be able to generate lots of play for us here in Vancouver. Even if it's for a short amount of time this offseason, we will probably make some big moves and different changes. But it's tough right now. So a lot of the guys we have aren't big trade value guys unless they're the key components of this core. So let's just see. Will Buffalo's GM accept this deal for Cole Lind for Eric Stahl in their third in 2022? No, they will not. Okay. Well, I'm going to try and get this to go through. So we move up, and we got an extra third. They get our fifth. Will this go through? It will. And time will only tell if we made the right choice. Maybe the guys will learn a bit more from a guy like Eric Stahl. He's gone on to win a cup before. He's been at the Olympics. Just make some roster changes now. So we're going to edit lines. Let's get Eric Stahl in. Actually, this won't be. If Eric Stahl goes in here, then that's not good. So we're going to fix the lines here. So Colson's going to go back up here. We will then switch Erickson here for Tannen. Perfect. Boyd. We switch anybody else down in the minors? No. Okay, we're just gonna go best lines, and then we're gonna sort it from here. So we will go Besser on the second line for now. Horvat here. Stahl's gonna play through the middle. We will have Pearson, Horvat. We're gonna switch. So neither one of these guys are a right winger, but that's the best we could do currently. Ferland, this line's been playing fine so far. McEwen will come back out. We will put in Tyler Mott back in. Sutter, Howardchuk, that's pretty decent. The defense, I don't think it changes at all. Back to the special teams, see if we get, so the power play, that's fine. Stahl suits in here. I'm going to keep it. We don't have a great second power play at all. That's one thing. Very poor second power play. Penalty kill is fine. 3-man. Ooh, this is terrible. We're gonna take Quinn Hughes off. We're gonna shove in Levy. We're gonna switch Hamonic up with Schmidt. Now back to the goalies. Just see how these guys. Just see how the goalies are doing so far. Definitely could be a lot better numbers from both of our goalies. But let's get into the sim. Let's see what we can do. We're currently 14-11-3. Let's sim some games. Let's see what the Vancouver Canucks could do. 2020-2021. We'll go another 2 weeks in time. 5 games. Let's see how we do in that time period. A second, a third, Pettersson for second, and Strawman. We're gonna decline that. That's a big contract. We just can't take big. Ooh, Hamonic injured for till the 8th. We'll just. Jimmy Vesey's back. I knew we were missing someone from the lineup. So Howardchuk's gonna get replaced by Vesey. Vesey's gonna come back in. Vesey, where does he fit the best? We're gonna put Vesey here and Ferland on the bottom for now, just because Vesey's not played bad for us so far this season. How's Quinn been doing? Quinn's been playing great. 26 minutes a game. Getting lots of time. Let's continue. Minnesota, 1-0 shootout win. Shutout. Hamonic is back. We're going to have to move down to forward, I think, as we brought in Eric Stahl. We're going to push down Howardchuk. We're going to put him in to the AHL setup. So we're going to move him. We're going to put Colson. We're going to get Justin Bailey up here. Beagle stays there, but Tetchy's going to go down. Howardchuk there. That's perfect. That's fine. Jet Wu's playing. Okay, DiPietro's still injured in the AHL. Let's continue. Utica player. We're just going to Jadkovic, he's down in the bottom 6, so we're just going to assistant coach replace player. Another 2-1 win. Some good wins here. 2-1 loss. 4-1 win. 4-1 in that 2 week period. Not bad. Let's go another 2 weeks. Game against Nashville. 2-1 loss. Back-to-backs against Philly and Edmonton. Another loss. Okay, that's a lot of 7-4 win to cancel out the 3-game losing streak. Oh, two big 7-goal games. Okay, now we lose with a This has been it's been interesting. We're 20, 16, and 3. We'll just go up to the start of January here. Against Edmonton, 3-2 win. Jay Beagle injured. Till January 4th, we'll just replace him. That's not a good injury for the AHL team, but they don't have many games in there anyway. Beagle's back. I'll put Beagle back in there. Carson fucked. And Jay Beagle goes back in. Let's keep going. 3-1 win over New Jersey. Okay. 22, 17, and 3. Pettersson, 36 points. 42 games. We're currently in a wild card spot. But, I mean, our division's very close. I think anyone from the Sharks up to the Ducks can still take it. We've just lost a lot in our regulation games. Maybe if we split those, maybe if we won a few of those, we'd be better off. We've had a lot of close games. Like, look, let's just go back. Look at all the one-goal games that we've been a part of in the last month. Just wins and losses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 games in December were one-goal games. We've got to be able to find a way to win a few of the extra ones. We're winning a lot of them, but even the extras we got to get. Just check the team out currently. Let's see what Eric Staal has done so far. So let's just go forwards. Pettersson, 36 points on the season. JT Miller, 36. Horvat, 18 goals. He's on pace for over 35 goals on the season. Besser, he's definitely slowed down on his shots producing as well. Okay. 33 points, though, for Besser. Eric Staal, I don't think he's been doing too great. 7 points in the 14 games. Definitely has taken a jump off his passing here. Furlan, 13 points, 7 goals. Godek, Hollander, only 13 points. He's getting power play time as well. That second power play unit must really be doing very little, or they just probably aren't getting much ice time. Quinn Hughes is playing that first pairing. Tyler Myers is playing excellent so far, the 30-year-old. Goalies, both of them, like Demko's playing a lot of time. They probably should be splitting, but I mean those stats are pretty good in NHL 21 for goalies, so I think it's time to just keep going, keep moseying along. Not much we could change currently. Let's check the AHL. It's definitely closed up down there. I'm pretty sure they were doing quite a bit better the last time we checked. Okay, though, let's sim straight up to the All-Star break. We'll go up to the 1st of February and just see what we can do. 3-2 win, 5-1 win. Canadian stretch against other Canadian teams. Replace Louis Eriksson. Lost to Toronto. Let's just see who we have to replace here. Arsenault, I assume, can be... Yep, Eriksson back in. And we'll do a switcheroo here. Mark Michaels, I assume... No, he is not back, but Sotner should be able to go back in defense. Ooh, never mind. There's no real reason. Jet Wu, though, he's gone up 2 overall since the last time we checked. That was good. His DiPietro is back. Okay, DiPietro is going to go straight in, and we're going to keep Silvlov. I actually can't say his name. That was probably a terrible pronunciation. Here we go. Let's keep moseying along. Currently 5th in the division. DiPietro is injured again. That's for a long time as well. Okay. We got to do some rearranging here. Even if it's for a game, we're gonna put Pearson up here. We're gonna shove VC here, and we're just gonna fill for Pettersson's position. Otherwise, with Roussel, because he's got a good shot. Screw it. because he's going to be gone for quite a few days, but we'll have him back soon. Look at that, 5-2 win. I bet Roussel probably had a hat trick. 5-4. Edmonton now. 3-2 loss game against Buffalo. They've definitely slowed down quite a bit. They were quite higher up in the standings before. Game against Detroit, who have been struggling. And we lost to a very poor Detroit team. Now against Carolina, 4-2 win. PETTERSSON will be back, and he'll have time to definitely get better. We're going to get Ferland back down here, replace Roussel. Get PETTERSSON back in there. Actually, what is how have these guys really paired together? PETTERSSON definitely could be better. Eric Stahl, Besser, Hollander, Hoglander, Gaudette, Sutter. That bottom six, we probably have one of the worst bottom sixes that we're definitely gonna have to strengthen that. What about Hamonic is back, so we're gonna put Hamonic back in here. I had him out for quite an extra amount of time. Demko's doing good. Both goalies have dropped a tiny bit in the last month, but we move. We're not in a playoff spot currently. That's rough. We're actually not doing terrible either. Just gonna assistant coach. 58 points, still very close in our division. There's not much we could do unless we trade picks, and I don't feel comfortable trading picks currently just because of the state of our roster. This could be a year we miss the playoffs, but we have to go up until the trade. We're going to go all the way up to the trade deadline this episode. It's a tough call, but we don't have the assets currently in Vancouver to make the trades. We've been left by old Jim Benning and his terrible contract negotiation tactics. 4-1 win over Colorado. That's a big game to win. Hamonic gone again. We're just going to assistant coach him because Ben will come in. Ooh, 2 big losses to teams in the East. The game against Chicago, big game. It's a huge scoring game. We pick up the win. 2 shootout, 3-game winning streak. Lots of goals. And it comes to the end by Anaheim. Big game against the Kings. We pick up the win. Massive game against the Sharks, and it's another win. That's 2 wins against the Sharks. We've really shoved them down now. We're at 70 points on the season. That's a huge loss to the Coyotes, though. This is going to be a very close battle to see if we can make it into the playoffs this season. And challenge for the cup. We don't have a Stanley Cup winning team, but we got players that are growing. Hughes is up to an 88 overall. Horvat is an 87. There's pieces of this team that are growing great currently. Braden Holtby, though, he's another player that hasn't turned out well for us in hindsight. But right now there is a 6 points between 5th in the division and 1st. Look at this. Look how close this battle is. We're currently in a wild card spot by how much? We're currently in a wild card spot by 3 points over the St. Louis Blues. Besser, he's really producing now. 55 points, 62 games on the season. I mean, let's just take a look at the team stats. See what's happened since. Check the league standings here. Winnipeg is currently the best team in the NHL. In the entire league, points for, oh, well, no, I meant to hit goals for. For goals for, let's see, Toronto is the best, tied with Edmonton, actually. Where is Vancouver? We are around the middle of the NHL at 3.05. Definitely could be better, but that is lacking with our second power play unit and our bottom 6. Goals against, though, we are actually up in the top quarter of NHL teams currently for goals against. Right at the bottom of that quarter, but we're not bad defensively. So we've definitely done better, as I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it was in the middle of the NHL last time. But that's better. And our power play, still very poor, and I'm pretty sure it's that second unit and not having the options to go with. Yeah, our power play is absolutely terrible. Our penalty kill has gotten a little bit better, and our penalty kill now ranks in the middle of the NHL, as it seems. Lots of teams with good with penalty kills. Home record is 15-10-4, and the away 18-14-1. We're 5-4-1 in our last 10. Not terrible. Let's take a look at the team statistics and the rest of the NHL. So our forward core currently, Brock Besser, 55, JT, 53, Pettersson, 53, Horvat, 51, 22 goals. Eric Staal looks like he's finally picked up a bit of a pace. He's got 22 points in 34 games. He's really flying now. Tanner Pearson, 31 points. Actually having a great season. Jimmy Vesey, 24. He's definitely doing good. These two guys are definitely probably our best players in that bottom area. Hoglander's still very young. He'll get better with age. Furland, these guys are these are the rough ones to have in that bottom six. A lot of two-ways, grinders, it's not extra production. Then the defense. Quinn Hughes, 53 points. 15 are goals. What a player. What a player. Him and Tyler Myers are playing great. The defense, Edler, definitely have a bit better top four. We can maybe make a move for a better top four defenseman at the trade deadline. And finally, our goalies. Demko is playing fantastic for his first year with the starter gig. Holtby, a big disappointment. We brought him in on a $4.3 million deal. We could definitely look at moving Holtby for a more sustainable maybe backup, and it will definitely open up cap room. Let's just check the NHL currently. The goalies first. Hellebuck playing great, but save percentage is something I'd like to check. For John Gibson, we've seen this in the last episode of how good Anaheim were defensively, and that right there is your answer. This guy right here, John Gibson, having a career year where Anaheim's looking like they could get into the playoffs, get back on track. He's got 5 shutouts. Let's check defenseman. Petrangelo, whatever you would. I don't know how to say Alex's name. Leading the league in points for defensemen. Quinn is in 4th. Well, actually, he's tied with Tyson Barrie, who's also having a fantastic year. Toronto fans won't like that one too much. Didn't play terrible in Toronto. They just expected a lot more out of him. Forwards currently. Brad Marchand at 79 points on the season. No other Boston player there, though. Pasta's not there. Marchand's just tearing it up for Boston. Connor McJesus, 78 points, 42 are goals. Let's just check goals. Is it McDavid leading? McDavid's leading. Where is Austin Matthews? Austin Matthews is having just one of those years. He's not playing the easy North Division. He's playing the entire league. Just messing with Leaf fans there. And the rookie skaters. Kirill Kaprizov, 48. But look at this. Dylan Cousins, 43 points. Captain Canada. Anyways, after looking at all this, let's just... So, at the trade deadline, 33, 24, and 5, just in the last wild card in the West. If there's any trades you might want to make suggestions in the comments. Anyways, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.